Hello everyone, I think we're live on this Wednesday evening. So hello, good evening, thank you so much everybody for being here on the live stream tonight. Thank you so much everybody, it's incredible, it's amazing. So yeah, thank you everybody for doing that. We are live on this Wednesday evening. We're going to be live streaming a 10 to 14 day update. So thank you so much everybody being here on the live stream tonight. Right, okay, so how are we all? It's been very wet here, very wet here in GavsWeatherVids Towers today. So I can see it's very active in the live chat as well already, and we've got snow and snowman images. So yes, thank you so much everybody for being here. Right, so it's been very wet at GavsWeatherVids Towers today, and it's a very unsettled spell of weather. We've got the remains of ex-Hurricane Epsilon on the way next week. Ex-Hurricane Epsilon will be on the way next week. Yeah, if anybody can. Now, what's this telling me? So I've got something flashing up. So that's gone. Right, okay, so I don't know what that was for. Something flashed up in the control room. So hopefully YouTube, you know, if you can avoid flashing up messages in the middle of the live stream, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Right, so yeah, we are here, we're live, and we're going to be here for the next hour, and we're going to be live streaming a 10 to 14 day update. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, it's going to be absolutely great. So thank you so much everybody for being here on the live stream tonight. So we're going to be bringing you we've got Hurricane Epsilon coming in next week, ex-Hurricane Epsilon, so we're going to be focusing on that for the live stream. We will also be showing you some data from the ECMWF for weeks 5 and 6, so that's like a follow on from yesterday, if you see what I mean. Yesterday we stopped at week 4, but we'll go on to weeks 5 and 6 after that. And we're also going to show you a little bit of winter data as well. So it's going to be great. I'll start doing the screen capturing in around 20 minutes time. I would have thought something like that. Do just a little bit of screen capturing in around 20 minutes time. But before then, I'm going to take as many questions as we possibly can. So I will zoom through the live chat as quickly as possible. Okay, so let's have a look then and see what we're doing. So it's very busy in the live chat tonight. We've got 47 concurrent viewers already, so it's already an epic live stream. Everybody can smash your like button. It will be absolutely fantastic if everybody can do that. Right, so first person in is Luke R. Good evening to Luke R. Thank you so much for being here on live stream. We've also got Gritch in with us as well. Thank you so much to Gritch. For being here on the live stream. I love that username, Gritch. Love it. Oh, by the way, if everybody can say thank you to the moderators as well. So we've got SB in with us. Neil is in with us as well. And who else we've got with us? We've also got Paul with us. Paul's going to be here, I think, for 20 minutes, and then Paul's going to check out. But Paul is here for 20 minutes. And we've also got Savvy as well. Savvy is here with us also. If everyone can say thank you to the moderators for moderating live stream, it would be absolutely fantastic if you can all do that. Right, let's have a look then. So we've got Gritch changing. I love that username, Gritch. Thanks so much for being here, Gritch. We've also got SB saying hello. So good evening to Alpha SB. Not been as wet for SB today. It's been very wet here today. SB, it hasn't stopped raining all day. It's been really wet today. Dylan has checked in. Hello everyone, not going to be in the stream today. Enjoy watching the live 10 to 14 day, and no problem, Dylan. I bet you got homework to do tonight, haven't you, my friend? We've got Adrian in with us. My good friend Adrian Major is here. Evening Gav, evening all. Hope everyone is doing fine. Wet day here, but at least we have Gav's live stream to cheer us up. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. Thank you so much, Adrian, for being here tonight. James Jukebox is here. Evening, Gav, and all. Hope all is good. Thank you so much to James for being here on live stream tonight. Also, we've got Matthew Orchard checking in. Hi, Gav, and all. Very wet day here, so thank you so much to Matthew Orchard for being on live stream tonight. We've got Harvey Harbour in with us saying Epsilon close to category 2. Yeah, was looking at that earlier. I'm going to start off with Epsilon, Harvey. We'll start off with Epsilon, and yeah, I think we could see Epsilon going up to category. Now, I think definitely go to category 2. I wouldn't totally rule out category 3, you know, from it. Just a feeling that I've got. But I'm not, you know, I'm not certain about that, but it's like a kind of feeling that I've got. It's possible we might see Epsilon going to category 3, but it definitely looks like going to make it to category 2. I think more about that when we start screen capturing. Thank you so much, Harvey, for being here on live stream. Paul Aston has checked in. Good evening to Paul Aston. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much to Paul for checking in. Jeffers Craft is in with us. Good evening to Jeffers Craft. Hi, Gav. Hope you have another great stream. Thank you so much, Jeffers, for being here on the live stream tonight. It's absolutely great. Thank you so much for being here on the live stream. Matthew is saying, looks like it's going to be mild for the rest of the month and wet, but that could change. It looks unsettled, Matthew. Yeah, Matthew Orchard is in with us. Not sure I'll shout out Matthew, but yeah, it does look unsettled, Matthew, for the next, the rest of October. Possibly some higher pressure coming in at the start of November. There might be. James Young's evening, Gavin, everyone who's looking forward to a blue, crisp winter's day. It'll be good to get some cold weather, won't it, James? Thank you so much for being here on the live stream tonight. We're all waiting for some winter, aren't we? But of course, it's still only mid-October, you know, so it's still like the middle of autumn, really. So we've got to bring our expectation down a little bit. I think because of all the northern blocking that we had like a couple of weeks ago. Because of that, you know, we've probably got a little bit carried away in thinking that winter is descending, but it is only the middle of autumn, so a spell of mild, wet, windy weather is very, very typical of this time of the year. And, you know, snow before Christmas is quite unusual, although we had the December to remember where it was very, very snowy through December. Actually, snow before Christmas is quite rare, really. So, you know, it's one of those situations where we've just got to wait and see, I think. But we've got to wait a little bit longer, I think, for winter to properly start descending. Right, okay, so let's see what's happening then. So Paul Aston is saying, this might sound dull, but how fast is a gale force wind? I'm not sure there's an actual definition for a gale force wind. I know there's a definition on the Beaufort scale. I would say anything that, you know, any gust of wind above around 50 miles an hour is probably reaching a gale force gust, probably. Right, Jeffers Craft, very slow right now, but at least I'm not losing subs. So if everybody can give Jeffers a sub, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Everybody sub Jeffers' channel, and that would be absolutely great. We're trying to get Jeffers' subs up all the time, so please give Jeffers Craft a sub. That'd be absolutely great. SB wants snow all the time. I know you do, SB. You love a bit of snow, don't you? Katrine is in with us. Good evening, Gary and everyone. Thank you so much to Katrine for checking in. We've also got John McGrath in with us, saying it was sleeting at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. where I am located. Where are you, John? I don't know where you are, but maybe the far north of the country has been quite cold. Possibly it has been. Thank you so much for being with us on the live stream. SP is eating an extra spicy curry. Okay. Where Timelapses Daily has checked in, I think I'll get some nibbles with the stream. You enjoy your nibbles, Weather Timelapses Daily. What are you going to be nibbling, though, with the stream? Let me know in the live chat. 77 concurrent viewers, so hello, good evening, thanks so much everybody for being here on live tonight. If everybody can smash the like button, it would be absolutely fantastic if you can do that. Right, let's see who else we've got with us then. So Paul has checked in, Paul James, thank you so much to Paul, thank you to all of the moderators. Let me say thank you to moderators, moderating, absolutely fantastic. Mark in with us, saying, evening Gavin, it's turned mild now. Can we still get cold weather in winter? And if it turns mild now, and into November. Let's do that again, shall we? Evening, Gavin. It's turned mild now. Can we still get cold weather in winter, even if it is mild now and into November? Yes, we certainly can do, Mark. As I say, snow before Christmas is pretty rare, really. So yeah, most definitely we can do. Right, okay, so I got Matthew Orchard as well, saying hi, time lapses and Paul, that's great. Let's move on down then. Luke R is saying, what does everyone think about the 8th winter update this weekend? Do you think that the swingometer will swing to a cold Christmas? The swingometer isn't showing anything particular for Christmas, Luke. It's showing like swings for winter within the winter update, telling us whether the winter updates are favouring a mild or a cold winter, essentially. What does everybody think about that? Will the swingometer show another swing to cold, from mild to cold? It was 50-50 at the beginning of the 7th winter update. Will winter update be moving the swingometer into cold? Let me know what you think in the live chat, but you'll see it as a very first thing on the 8th winter 2020-21 update. Right, let's move on down then. Mark Knish, one last one, Gavin. If we didn't have the Gulf Stream, would we get cold winters? Then with westerly winds and PV also, what is the polar vortex? So, like, the polar vortex is a mass of extremely cold and volatile air, but is up over the very top of the Arctic and over the very top of the North Pole marking. It's basically like the engine, but it's driving the westerlies across the northern hemisphere. So, in the northern hemisphere, everything generally is driven in a west to east fashion. It's opposite in the southern hemisphere, of course. Everything goes from east to west in the southern hemisphere, but in the northern hemisphere everything goes from west to east, and in the winter this huge mass of extremely cold air will act as the engine that drives westwards, if you like, because you get a contrast between very, very cold air with polar vortex up over the Arctic and the warm tropics, and in the mid-latitudes then you'll get the temperature contrast will fuel the zonal flow, if you see what I mean about that. What else was you asking? If we didn't have the Gulf Stream, could we get cold winters? If we didn't have the Gulf Stream, I suspect we'd probably have a climate similar to like Newfoundland, probably somewhere like that. So we would be nowhere near as cold still, because we're right next to the ocean. We'd be nowhere near as cold as, let's say, Moscow, but I think it would be considerably colder, of course, without the Gulf Stream. We definitely would be, and we probably have a climate similar to Newfoundland or somewhere like that. Savvy saying, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're not doing your there and there tonight then, Savvy. Thank you so much for being here on the live stream. Right, let's move on down. So in around, what's the time? In around 10 minutes time, we'll start live streaming the 10 to 14 David. I've got a lot to show you tonight, so we will crack on with that around 20 past 6, I would have thought. Right, let's have a look then. I'll move on down. Paul is saying if we had no Gulf Stream, our climate could be similar to Newfoundland. So I read years ago. That confirms just what I was saying, doesn't it? Fancy that. Gav does actually know what he's talking about. Who would have thought that? Yeah, I think we'd have a climate similar to Newfoundland, Point. We'll be considerably colder than we are right now. At times we'll be extremely cold. But you know, we wouldn't be like somewhere in deepest Siberia. We wouldn't be like that because we're right next to the ocean, but we would certainly be a lot colder than we are right now. Savvy, I'll be editing a video as I moderate. Yes, Savvy's got a video coming up tomorrow. It's going to be very, very funny. He's been telling me about it this afternoon. So Savvy's video is going to be very, very funny tomorrow. Everybody go to Savvy's channel tomorrow. I should be 1 o'clock, probably Savvy again, be releasing it. So go to Savvy's channel tomorrow at 1 o'clock and got a very, very funny video coming up tomorrow. It sounds absolutely great. And give Savvy a sub as well, of course. Right, okay, so Shiram. Well, thank you so much, Savvy, moderating. Thank you to all of the moderators for moderating. Right, Shiram, have got a good feeling. Gavin, we would definitely see our coldest winter since 2012-13. We're due one, Shiram. Yes, we're definitely due one, but whether this is it, you know, whether this is this is the one. Who knows? But certainly we are due a colder winter. Duncan Wood is in with us. Evening, Gav. The new hurricane could make it interesting. That new hurricane could make it interesting next week, I think that is. Yeah, definitely could do, Duncan. Definitely could do. We'll have on and see what the 12Z is showing about that from 20 past 6 with lighting 10 to 14 day update. Right, okay, Dan C. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much, Dan. They're checking in. Right, SV is saying, I think we'll either get a cold winter or a winter like 2013-14. We don't want a 13-14. Wow. That would be like another polar vortex of doom if we have that, wouldn't it? Definitely, we don't want to see that getting going again. Right, let's carry on down. So Jack is in with us. Jack Lowe has checked in. Good evening to Jack Lowe. Thank you so much for being with us on the live stream tonight. I've come down to the bottom of the live chat and I see that Richard has checked in as well. Thank you so much to Richard. All the moderators are here tonight, so thank you so much to our moderators. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to the moderators for being here. Right, let's move on back up then. So I sort of dropped down to the bottom of the live chat. So I'm going to get back to where I was. Where was I? Let's see then. So Jack had checked in, I think. Jack had checked in. Where did I get to? So let's have a look. Now, I think I might have had a super chat, so I better have a look at that as well. So Jaris has given me a super chat. Thank you so much to Jaris. Thanks for your amazing work, Gav. Thank you so much to Jaris. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Jaris, for the super chat. And Jaris, a lovely message as well. Jared saying, thanks for the amazing work, Gabby. It's my pleasure, my friends. Absolutely my pleasure. So thank you so much for being here on the live stream. And, of course, it is not a problem whatsoever. As long as, I keep saying, as long as people want to see the live streams and the videos and all of that sort of thing, then I am happy to do it. I definitely am. Right, okay, so let's get back to where we was then. So Jack, yeah, there we go, got it. So Jack is saying, good evening, guys, welcome to Wet Wednesday. It's been very wet, Jack. Really has been very, very wet, indeed. Okay, so Adrian saying, and thank you so much, Jack, for being with us on live stream. We've also got Adrian saying 13 degrees here and almost dark already. Look forward to clocks going back at the weekend. Yeah, GMT starting this weekend, Adrian. So we are going to be, when we're in GMT, we're going to be able to start live streaming the pub run on a Friday night. Of course, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So we'll definitely be able to start doing that for you on a Friday night. So Friday night streams are already pretty outrageous as it is. Add in the pub run as well, and it'll really be fun and games on a Friday night once we're in GMT. James Young saying, my Greek family are stuffing a McDonald's whilst I'm on a diet. Oh, that's not fair, James. No, that's not very good, is it? But I bet they love it, though. I bet they love that. So thank you anyway, James, for being here on the live stream. Right, Subject, I think that is. Subject has checked in. Thank you so much to Subject for being with us on the live stream tonight. I'm going to zoom down the live chat as quickly as possibly can, because in a couple of minutes I'm going to start live streaming the 10 to 40 day. I've got a lot to show you. James McClellan saying, been nice here today in Scottish Borders. Had a light shower at 1 p.m, but sunny after that. Thank you so much for being here, James, on the live stream. Right, okay, so Monteith has checked in. Good evening to you, Monteith. And we've also got Darth Vader has arrived. Wow, Darth is here. So we better greet Darth in the traditional way, haven't we? Here we go. Thank you so much to Darth Vader for being here on the live stream. Right, Welsh Dragon is here. Evening Gal, I'll stay this time. Too wet out there. Thank you so much, Welsh Dragon, for being here on the live stream. It's absolutely fantastic. Right, Dove saying good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for saying hi. No problem whatsoever, Dove. That is no problem whatsoever. We're at 124 current viewers. It's another really big live stream. It's an epic live stream. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Right, okay, so, let's have a look then. We've got Jed Dugnan, I think that is. Looks like it's going to be, like last winter, just wet when it's far too early to say, Jed. That is far too early to say that it's going to be like last winter. We're only in the middle of autumn at this point, so it's way too early to, be able to, say that. Right, okay, so Kevin is in with us. Good evening, Gav, to the awesome mods, and also to all this evening's stream. Been very wet in Harwich today. Thank you so much, Kevin, for being us on the live stream tonight. Right, Mark is saying, I agree, Gavin, Mark's saying, I agree, Gavin, if we got to like February and it's still mild, then we forget about it, but at the moment anything could still happen. It's only October, everyone, it's just October, so a spell of mild wet windy weather is expected in the middle of autumn. So Duncan is saying, no live stream, says there's a problem. You've got to refresh perhaps, Duncan. Everything should be okay. I think everything is alright. So give it a refresh. Shiram, GavsWeatherVids era has not seen a cold winter since 12-13. So when Gavin started doing the weather videos in 2012, the first one was cold and nothing since then in terms of cold winter. That's correction. The only cold winter I have had is my very first one in 12-13, and then hardly anybody was watching. Savvy's giving me a little bit of the Emperor. Do it! Savvy likes do it, I think. So thank you so much for being here on the live stream, Savvy. And yeah, we're going to do it very, very soon. John McGrath saying, I have been comparing our temperatures this year compared to 2010, and we are below average temps for October. I think we are in for a cold winter, possibly, Joel, but the temperature is going to lift up a little bit. So, yeah, the temperature is going to lift up a little bit over the next sort of week or so, and that's primarily because we're bringing in wind from off the Atlantic, of course, in the next week or so. There's ex-hurricane we're going to have next week to add some extra warmth and energy into the atmosphere as well. Jens Heinrich Thompson saying, back in 1981, 23rd November, we had a big storm that we got a very cold winter. We can get a cold winter already in November because that hurricane that will be here next week. So yes, indeed. Right, Reading Lad is in with us as well. Good evening to Reading Lab, I should say. Good evening to Reading Lab. Weather time lapse is daily. I think after the last winter update, the swingometer will turn a bit colder, favouring possibly no cats out of the bag. But the cats staying well and truly in the bag. Yes, they are. Right, okay, Shiram, the run of mild winters cannot go on forever, as the weather is an equilibrium system, everything balances out. In the end, we will definitely enter a cold winter. Yes, indeed, Shiram, we're going to have a cold winter before too much longer. Statistically, it's got to happen at some point, hasn't it? Right, okay, so let's have a look then. Another super chat coming from Jaris. Good evening, to Jaris. Thank you so much, Jaris, for your super chat. It's incredibly kind the way everybody super chats. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to Jaris. It's amazingly kind of Jaris to keep super chatting me. So I think you super chatted me at the end of my birthday live stream as well, didn't you? So you know, that's like the third super chat you've given me within a week. Thank you so much to Jaris. And I think, are you a channel member as well? I think Jaris might be a channel member too. So it really is incredibly kind. Thank you so much to Jaris. Right, I'm at the bottom of the live chat. I see having a few characters turning up spamming the live chat, so you know, you're going to get banned, so don't bother. really, the moderators are here to make sure that the live chat runs smoothly and everything runs okay. So I really won't bother, because your message is going to get deleted, you're going to get banned, and so why bother? I won't bother really. But thank you so much everybody for being here on the live stream tonight. I'm at the bottom of the live chat. Paul is checking out, so thank you so much, Paul, for being here, and we'll see you soon. And right, so I think we had better start doing the 10 to 14 day video update for you, because that's primarily the reason we're here on a Wednesday. Mark, in winter Gavin, if we get a cold block winter, where do Westerlies go? Is to Spain. Yeah, generally the Westerlies will go down to Spain along with the jet stream as well. So yes, if we get a cold winter, the jet will go to Spain, and you know, we'll have like blocking to the north and force everything southwards. So we go into a cold side of jet stream. The jet stream will go to Spain, and that will take Westerlies down there. Jairus is a channel member as well, so you're a channel member and you have super chatted 3 times. Thank you so much to Jairus. Right, let's do this then. Let's have a look at the 12Z and live stream your 10 to 14 day update. So I'm putting Streamlabs up. There we go. Streamlabs is up, and I'm going to be turning off the image. So the image is going to go. And I'm going to be disappearing as well for a while, but I will be back to wrap up the live stream later on. Right then, I'm going to start display capturing. So here we go. We're display capturing, and we're going to move over right now, first of all, to the National Hurricane Center. And we have got Hurricane Epsilon, of course, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So there it is. Hurricane Epsilon is currently getting maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour, with minimum central pressure of 970 millibars, moving west-northwestwards at 12 miles per hour. Let's just click on Epsilon, shall we, and see what is going to happen with Epsilon. So we've got to go to warnings and cone static images. This is like the day jobs. This is always very easy for me. Excuse me. Right, so we've got Hurricane Epsilon just here, currently Category 1. Hurricane going to move northwards just to the east of Bermuda, and then head up towards Nova Scotia sometime over the weekend, and then move out into the Northern Atlantic as a post-hurricane feature by Monday. And so yeah, this is going to get caught in jet stream and could well give us a vigorous blow for the middle of next week. More about that later on in the live stream. Let's have a look at the wind gusts that are being predicted by Epsilon. By the way, if everybody can like the live stream as well, I'm not sure I've said that, if everybody can give us a thumbs up on the live stream, it would be absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much everybody for doing that. Right, so we have got to go to, what are we going to do? So this seems to be freezing actually. This isn't very good at all. My browser is freezing, so I hope this is okay for everyone. We've got problems here. I'm very, very sorry, everybody, about this. In fact, I'm going to close down the National Hurricane Center right now and just get out of that. I think I better get out of National Hurricane Center. So I don't know what happened there, but the browser started freezing. And the computer is running very, 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 very slowly here. So we may have problems on this live stream. I'm very, very sorry about this. If you're suffering with problems on the live stream, and I'm very, very sorry. Let's get back to YouTube and see how things are looking on YouTube. So I'm very, very sorry. The browser froze there when I was on the National Hurricane Center. So is everything running okay for everybody? So I hope that it's all running okay. I'm not seeing any messages about buffering or anything like that. But the idea, so I'll just explain the idea with Epsilon is that it's going to become a Category 2 hurricane. I wasn't able to explain that, but it looks like it's going to become a Category 2 hurricane like in the next few hours. Somewhere between Category 2 and Category 3. It doesn't look like it can quite make a Category 3 hurricane. But it's not going to be all that far off it in around 36 hours' time. Right, so it looks like the stream is okay, but my browser froze there on the National Hurricane Center. I'm not sure why that happened, but you're telling me that everything's okay on your end, so that's all right. That's a very worrying moment. We are at 154 concurrent viewers as well, by the way. So, okay, so let's carry on then. Let's persevere. And we're going to move over to Weather Central. So I have closed down National Hurricane Center because my browser really didn't like that at all, being on the National Hurricane Center during this live stream. I've never had that happen before, but I was definitely like my browser froze up. So I very quickly reverse verited out of the National Hurricane Center. We're going to go to Weather Central, and hopefully the rest of the live stream will run okay. Excuse me once again. In fact, let me just have a little glass of orange juice, and a sip of orange juice. Right. Okay, got to calm myself down. That's a very, very nasty moment when my browser froze there at the National Hurricane Center website. So I've never had that happen in a live stream before. I've had a situation where like browsers have run quite slow at times, but I've never had an actual sort of freeze up, you know, where Chrome says Google Chrome not responding. And, you know, what happens when you have a real freeze up of the browser. So that was a very nasty moment. I've got to calm myself down. I thought the live stream was falling apart there. Really, I was just saying to Savvy earlier on as well, famous last words, isn't it? That, you know, everything's been running fine on the live stream for several weeks. I haven't had any problems at all, have I? I only said that about an hour ago. And here we go. We have a browser freeze up. I just started saying that, so I should have kept quiet, shouldn't I? Not for the first time. Gav should have kept quiet. Right, let's carry on. I've calmed myself down. So we're going to look at the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Newport. Looking at Newport in South Wales today. So we're above average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. They're going to slide, though, over the next 24 to 36 hours. So it is going to become cooler over the next 24 to 36 hours. And then the upper air temperatures will tick up ever so slightly as we go through into the weekend. It's associated with another area of low pressure. Then we drop downwards and another bit of a tick up there. And then we've got drop downwards and then another little bit of a tick up there. You can see what's going on here. This is what we call a zonal sine wave. So it tells us that we're in an Atlantic-driven pattern and we are having warm and cold sectors alternating. So we've got a warmer sector up here, we've got a colder sector there, we've got a warmer sector here, we've got a colder sector there, we've got a warmer sector here, we've got a cooler sector there, we've got a warmer sector here, and so on. As you go further out, you lose the zonal sine wave, really, but there's no reason to think that as we go further out, we lose the zonality, given that we've got loads of precipitation spikes from beginning to end. So yeah, we call this zonality. Basically, when we bring areas of low pressure in off the Atlantic, we alternate warmer and colder sectors. And yeah, this time of year, that's going to typically produce near normal temperatures. In the winter, of course, that's going to produce a milder than average temperature. So even when you're in a cold sector, it's not going to be particularly cold. So in the winter, this would be milder than average. This time of year, October, zonality would tend to be like very average with the temperature, really, with the warmer and cooler sectors alternating one another. In the summer, zonality will actually be colder than average in the summer. Westerlies will be colder than easterlies in the summer, but of course, in the winter, that flips around and easterlies become colder than westerlies. Precipitation-wise, as I say, just regular bouts of rain, really, from start to finish. Can be lots of unsettled weather. There will be drier interludes as well. So tomorrow, for example, we've got a little window of drier weather just there. We get a little window of drier weather perhaps through the early part of next week, around Monday. But in between, there's these regular bouts of rain. That looks like a little bit of a deluge, actually, there in the early part of November. It's just a bit of a suggestion within some vol output, but the early part of December might actually start to go might actually start to go a little bit drier. But certainly on that ensemble graph, it looks very, very unsettled Let's close these tabs down as we go along then, shall we? So the next thing that we're going to look at is going to be the temperature anomaly. So this is how the temperature anomaly is looking from the 21st to 29th of October. Is going to be a little bit milder than average in the week ahead from the 21st to the 29th of October. It will be a little bit milder than average. This may start to cool down a little bit over the next couple of days when these charts update. But at the moment, yes, it does look as though temperatures are going to be above average from 21st to 29th of October. Precipitation anomalies from the 21st to 29th of October are generally going to be a bit on the wetter than average side, particularly so for more northern parts of the country. Right, where to next then? So we'll have a look at the latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net. Look at this. So yes, here we go. We've got low pressure dominating the weather today. We've got an area of low pressure sitting just to our east, and another one is down to the southwest. Winds are coming in from like a northerly direction on the northern side of this low pressure. So some was reported to have been a bit of sleet around. That's probably up in the very, very far north of the country on the cold side of a low pressure jet stream. Generally, most parts of the country are actually very mild today, but as the low pressure clears away to the east, we will start to cool down these colder northerly winds. If I pull this around, we can see Epsilon is just here. So that is Hurricane Epsilon, just bare category 1 hurricane at the moment. Going to go up to a category 2 hurricane. I would have thought tomorrow we'll see that is category 2 hurricane. As I say, we wasn't able to focus on this National Hurricane Center, so I had to get out of the website very, very quickly when my browser froze. But it definitely looks like we're going to make it to category 2 tomorrow and Friday. It's possible it might go up to category 3 like on Friday. I won't completely rule it out, but at the moment the forecast is to be category 2, but like a high-end category 2, if you see what I mean. So it wouldn't take that much of a further sort of uptick of the wind strength to get it to category 3. That's why I'm just wondering whether this might go to a category 2, but we shall see. Time will tell. Right, we're going to have a look at 12Z then. So let's do that. We're going to have a look at the UK Met Office first of all. So we're going to have to refresh my browser as it is still showing yesterday's UK Met Office run from Tuesday 20th of October. So we're going to refresh at Weather Central. So I hope you're enjoying the live stream, everybody. And if you can give a thumbs up on the live stream, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, this is Wednesday's 12Z from the UK Met. Let's just pull this out a little bit, shall we? So yeah, let's have a look and see what the UK Met Office 12Z is showing. So there we are. On Sunday we've got low pressure just to our northwest, bringing quite a strong and cool westerly wind with heavy showers and maybe some long spells of rain. We go through into Monday, and that low pressure we're kind of filling out a little bit, so it turns a little bit drier on Monday, but there will be some heavy showers around as well. And then we go through into Tuesday, and we're waiting then on Tuesday for the remains of Epsilon to remain. So this very deep area of low pressure south of Greenland is the remains of Hurricane Epsilon whipping itself up in the North Atlantic. And if we can run out, so that's as far as we go over the UK Met, Tuesday 27th of October. If we go any further than that, we'll probably see that bringing severe gale force winds and bouts of heavy rain. But as it is, that's as far as we go to midday on Tuesday, when we have the remains of Epsilon sitting just to south of Greenland. Right, so if we can, let's have a very, very quick look at the GFS. So again, this is Saturday. We're going to be bringing wet and windy weather across the country on Saturday. Notice extreme left-hand corner of charts you're looking at. That is the remains of Epsilon, or it probably still looked like probably still a tropical storm at least, maybe a hurricane even at that point. Just coming from the extreme left-hand corner of the chart as you are looking at it. But for us on Saturday, it's this low pressure west of Scotland that's bringing all of the wet and windy weather in. Let's get through beyond that then. So we go through into Sunday. And again, on Sunday, we like going into a cool and showery flow. Then head through into Monday. Slightly quiet today on Monday. There's Epsilon, though, to west of Island, beginning to wind itself up. Becomes a very vigorous and significant area of low pressure as we go through into Tuesday. That will bring gale force winds potentially Tuesday through to Wednesday into the north and western coast. That is a very significant Atlantic storm with lots of heavy rain and strong winds coming in with that as well. We move on into the second half of the week, so that's Thursday through to Friday. Again, low pressure is driving in from off the Atlantic, bringing further showers and heavy outbreaks of rain as well. Cool northwesterly winds setting in with that too. Day 10, we look like that, so we're flat with westerly showers or longer spells of rain. And then beyond that, we go through to Monday again, looking very wet and windy, very stormy there on the 2nd of November. So another bout of gales, even severe gales, whipping itself up there. And we'll just keep things unsettled with further west-northwest winds, bring further showers and longer spells of rain as we go right way through to the end of GFS run, which is to Friday, the 6th of November. Let's have a look at the GM 12Z as well. Next week, we'll be able to include the ECM 12Z, by the way, as we'll be in GMT. GM 12Z, again, looking wet and windy through Saturday into Sunday. We're like into a showery type scenario, and then on into the early part of next week. Again, we're looking at showery conditions on Monday. There's the remains of Epsilon just there. The GM not whipping Epsilon up quite as much, I don't think, next week, but still bringing, you know, wet and windy weather in from off the country. And we have, from off the Atlantic, have got a little bit of northern blocking as well to the north of the country through middle next week. So that's saying the jet stream southwards. So Epsilon is almost sliding. It's almost sliding to our south through the second half next week. Generally unsettled, but not quite as stormy with the GM as particularly the GFS is showing. And then we've also got, where is it? The ECMWF is just here. So let's have a look at that. And again, we've got an unsettled pattern coming up overall. So yes, Saturday, wet and windy weather sweeping across country. Sunday, we're back into showers through the early part of next week. Showery on Monday, and then wet and windy as we go through into Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, also looking wet and windy. And basically right the way up to the end of the ECM run, which gets us to Saturday, the 31st of October. We're looking pretty unsettled. By then, we have got some ridging down to our south, but it's turning a little bit drier and warmer down to our south as we start to pull up a southwesterly flow. There's very little sign of that within any of the other model output, so that might be an outlier by day 10 with the ECM. Right, we'll have a look at rainfall forecast based on the ECM run from meteo.com. What's the time? 22:06. So let's carry on then. So yeah, we've had a deluge today, as we said. Much of England and Wales very wet today. Showers, longer spells of rain up in the north. More rain coming across the country through the early part of the weekend. Saturday looks quite wet, and then into next week you see you have these bands of rain coming across the country with showers in between. So we get a drier day, then get a wet day, then get a drier day, and get a wetter day, and that is the classic signal for zonality. Another bout of rain there, 29th of October. That was producing a little bit of snow over the Scottish hills. It's just the idea that there's going to be plenty of rain coming and going over the next week, 10 days, and then we finish up going drier at day 10. These are the options that are going to be on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. So this is going to get us to the 31st of October. The last day of October is looking like this. We have high pressure down to our south. We have low pressure up to the north and northwest. By the way, this is 33 members of the ECM ensemble showing this. So high pressure south, low pressure to the north. Jet streams push northwards as well. We're turning drier with that one. And a good deal milder as well, as winds are pushing up from the southwest. So actually the majority of ECM ensemble members are favouring that idea for high pressure to build up from the southwest around day 10, which is something we did not see within the GFS, for example. And then we've got 16 members of the ECM ensembles that have low pressure right over top of the country, and winds are in from a westerly direction with those 16. They're going to be cooler and more unsettled, of course. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This is going to get us to the 5th of November. So we will have 20 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure reaching right through the country and going to Northern Europe as well. It's going to be mainly dry, unsettled. 18 with low pressure to our north, high pressure to our south. Winds are in from a westerly direction, and 13 with low pressure out to our west, and winds are going westerly. High pressure is up to the northeast. So I mean, there are a range of options there. But it looks like the ECM is moving more towards high pressure, I would say, through the first week of November. It looks like the ECM wants to move towards high pressure through the first week of November, but there's very little sign of that within the GFS, I have to say. Right, so where do we go to next? We go through to CFS V2. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 21st to the 27th of October. Currently we have low pressure out to our northwest. We bring in like a westerly wind. So obviously it's going to be unsettled and quite cool in the week ahead. We move through into week 2, which is going to take us to the 28th of October to 3rd of November. High pressure rain to our south, low pressure to the north, winds are in from a westerly direction in week 2. Heading through to week 3, this is how things look in week 3. It's going to be the 4th to the 10th of November. Again, the idea is high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, winds are in again from a westerly direction. We'll go through to week 4, which is going to be the 11th to 17th of November. This is a mild CFS V2 run, 11th and 17th of November. Again, low pressure out to the northwest, high pressure to our south, and winds again coming up from a southwesterly direction. If that is right, that's going to be a very mild, certainly first half to November. We cannot say what would happen in the second half of November, but certainly CFS V2 today is looking very mild for the first half of November. Right, ECMWF is like a follow-on from yesterday, so we showed the ECMWF 30-day look ahead for the UK and for Northern Europe as well. Stopped at week 4, of course, and we show you weeks 5 and 6 in the live stream. So this is week 5, being sea level pressure anomaly, taking us from the 16th through to 23rd of November in week 5. Very little to go on from a mean sea level pressure anomaly perspective there. We go through to week 6 with mean sea level pressure anomalies. Again, very little to go on. This is going to take us from the 23rd to the 30th of November, last day of November. A little bit of higher pressure up towards Iceland, perhaps, but otherwise, you know, not enough of a signal there from a mean sea level pressure anomaly perspective. Temperature anomalies for week 5 from the 23rd from the 16th, 23rd of November look like that. So above average for Scandinavia, cooler than average across the western side of Europe. So still a little bit on the cool side, Western Europe. Generally, though, again, very weak signals. We go through to week 6, which is going to be the 23rd to 30th of November with the temperature anomaly warmer than average in much of northern and eastern Europe, a little bit cooler than average out in west, just a little bit cooler than average in the extreme western Europe, once again in the last week of November. Precipitation anomalies, again, nowhere near enough of the signals to be able to draw any conclusions whatsoever. And week 6, which is going to be the 23rd to 30th of November, again, very, very weak signals. Probably not enough there to be able to draw any conclusions. It could be a little bit drier across the northwest of Europe, but really there's not enough there to go on. You know, if there's not enough to go on, then you have to say so. There's no point, you know, trying to look for things that aren't there. There's just not enough to be able to say one way or another. This is 500 millibar high anomaly from the North Pole view down, from the Arctic view down, though, from the 16th, 23rd of November. And this is kind of thing to get a little bit of higher pressure within the normal latitudes, I have to say, as we go into second half of November. So the ECM looks like it's favouring some above average heights to our northwest, which might be a signal for something a little bit colder. This is week 6, 500 millibar height anomaly, which is going to take us from the 23rd to the 30th of November. And again, notice the above average heights in the North Atlantic up towards Greenland. So from a 500 millibar height anomaly perspective, it looks a little bit more interesting and possibly hints at something a bit colder as we get through into the latter part of November. But from mean sea pressure anomaly perspective, a temperature anomaly perspective, there is not enough to go. Now, I was going to show you CFS V2 from Metro. It's getting quite late. Shall we see how far we get with this? So I just went to the CFS Metro Seal and got the latest CFS V2 run. Which is the 18Z, last night's 18Z, and we'll just have a quick run through. So October forecast to say very unsettled and, you know, going to be quite Atlantic driven and zonal through October. We go through into the early part of November. Not sure how far I get to this because around 10 to 7 I will have to head back to YouTube. So we're just going to have to see how far we get to with this. And so we're into November, low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic with this CFS V2 run. We are trying to build some higher pressure up to our northeast though, so we're trying to get a little bit of blocking going, but generally November is Atlantic driven until late on when high pressure is starting to build to our south. So it begins to go a little bit more anticyclonic through the final stages of November, but generally, you know, November looks mild and Atlantic driven. Now into early December, we are trying to get the Scandinavian high going here, trying to pull the wind into the east. So let's see what comes of this. It does have a really good go again, wind into the east, but this low pressure looks like it's too powerful to allow those easterly winds in, and so there is an attempt early in December to get wind into the east from this CFS V2 run, but generally it remains Atlantic driven and it remains mild through the first half of December. We move up towards Christmas, starting to look a little bit more interesting now for Christmas. Some higher pressure over Scandinavia. Winds are beginning to turn into the east as well, having a go at turning into the east. So let's see what's going to become of this. Moving up towards Christmas, it's trying to get colder. Again, it looks like the Atlantic is just too powerful, though, to allow any east winds in. So Christmas is actually relatively mild. A couple of easterly attempts early in December before Christmas, but they just don't really come to anything because the Atlantic is just too strong. The Atlantic is too powerful. Are we going to settle into a cold spell for New Year? Let's have a look. So we're into early January now. Higher pressure is now starting to build to our northeast. Got a deep cold pool sitting to our east, and so this is going to have a really good go at getting wind into the east. Will it pull it off? Will it pull it off? Let's see. So again, it looks like it's a near miss. It's the closest we've been, but again, the Atlantic just a little bit too strong. The Atlantic just a little bit too powerful to allow it to happen. And we're so close there to pulling in severely cold air from the east, but it just doesn't quite come off. What a frustrating CFS V2 run that is. Now, later on in January, it looks like we're trying to pull in some northerly winds, but not really achieving much. We're getting up towards February. I'll be moving back to YouTube very soon and wrapping the live stream up, by the way. So we're into the early part of January, into February. Again, we're having such a good go getting the wind into the east through early February. But it's just, it has pulled in an east wind, but it's not particularly cold easterly. Is this going to deliver something cold from the east? Maybe this is it. We're going to February. Now, it looks like higher pressure is building up now to our northeast across Scandinavia. So this is turning us much more blocked and potentially a lot colder as well as we get through into February. So after all those teases and near misses through December and January, February does deliver something much colder. It does deliver some easterly winds, and this looks like a cold February actually on this CFS V2 run, with high pressure in sort of regularly pulling in either easterly or northerly winds. So eventually this CFS V2 run does get there in February, but in December and January, just one near miss after another. Right, so that's that. Last thing I want to show you is the Siberian snow cover map. So this is the last one that you saw, the 17th of October. You saw this on Monday at the beginning of the 7th winter 2021 update part 2. So look at this. This is how it looked on the 17th of October. This is the latest that I can show you. This is for the 20th of October. Look how that Siberian snow cover has built up and advanced as well, by the way. So yes, that looks as though we are driving the Siberian snow cover into the western part of Russia. Further increases from the 17th to the 20th of October. We're going to be looking at that, of course, in the 8th winter 2020 update And we'll be going through the archives as well, going all the way back to the 1960s with that Eurasian snow cover. So that's going to be absolutely great. But I thought I'd include that right at the end of the live stream. Right, let's get ourselves back to YouTube then, and it'll be time to wrap up the live stream. So now I've got refreshing going on at YouTube itself. So I hope this is going okay for everyone. This live stream has been an absolute nightmare, I have to say. It's been an absolute nightmare, this. So I hope that refreshing the browser in the middle of the live stream is okay. I've never had that happen before. So that was worrying. That was alarming to see that happening. Right, so I don't know if that caused any problems on anybody's end. I hope it didn't cut off the live stream or anything. But this live stream has been an absolute nightmare, I have to say. It really has been a nightmare. We have hit 163 concurrent viewers, I think. We got Richard saying YouTube does that. So maybe that is something that happens on live stream, I don't know. But certainly on my end, this has been an absolute nightmare. So I'll be glad to get this one wrapped up. I said to Savvy, let's just get the webcam back up, shall we? So I said to Savvy, like an hour ago, that everything has been running absolutely fine on the live streams for the past few weeks. And, you know, that has just unleashed everything over the top of my head on this live stream, hasn't it? So Gav should have kept quiet, not for the first time. Gavin should have kept quiet, I think. So I shouldn't have said anything, should I? I shouldn't have said anything, but I think it's all been okay on your side anyway. So they're telling me if you're using Chrome eats up your CPU. Yeah, I know it does. I know it does, Savvy. And of course, I've got a new computer. I have got a new computer, a big upgrade as well. Got 170 concurrent viewers, so it's been a massive live stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on this live stream. Don't forget to smash the like button before you check out, if you would like to do that. But yeah, I've got the new computer, of course, which is a massive upgrade. Going to be a massive upgrade, but I just have not had time to set it up. You know, so I'm hoping to get it set up over Christmas, actually. I think the next time I can take, because I'm going to need like 2 or 3 days to just drop up the radar and get it all set up and everything. You know, when I am able to do that, then I'll be able to get the new computer set up for you, and everything should run quite a lot smoother, I think. We've had another super chat from Jaris. Thank you so much to Jaris. Thank you so much to Jaris for your super chat. It's incredibly kind. Thank you so much to Jaris. You've super chatted 3 times in this live stream. And it is incredibly kind of you to do that, as well as super chatting at the end of my birthday live stream as well. So thank you so much to Jaris for doing that. Yeah, but I've got the computer set up. So over Christmas, I'm probably going to take like 2 or 3 days off and get the new computer set up. Maybe Sally can do like a video or something for me during that period, and you know, I'll be able to disappear for 2 or 3 days and get everything set up. And then, you know, it will be a big upgrade, so I shouldn't have the problems with buffering and so on as we go through the live stream, because Streamlabs uses up a lot of CPU, Chrome uses up a lot of CPU, live stream generally uses up a lot of CPU, and my computer is always on that knife edge of whether it's gonna, you know, whether it's gonna stand up to it. Really, it's getting quite old, aren't we all? My computer's getting quite old. So I will have a new computer in the new year, and it's going to be absolutely great, and the live stream should run a lot more smoothly for me then. Right, so okay, I think it's about time to wrap the live stream up. Right, thank you so much, everybody being here on the live stream. It's been absolutely great. It's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much, everybody, being here on this live stream. I know I haven't been able to take many questions. It's the problem with the Wednesday stream now, of course, live stream at 10 to 14-day update is that I don't get the chance to take as many questions as I would like. So if I haven't been able to answer your questions, then don't worry. On Sunday's live stream, we will do a good 30-40 minutes of questions, and it's going to be absolutely great. That'll be on Sunday's live stream, of course. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It's been another epic live stream. It's been very, very epic live stream. I hope you have all enjoyed it, and thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm going to go and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try and calm myself down, because this hasn't gone very smoothly on my end. So I think it's been alright for you, all of you, though. You've been okay, but on my end, I've been having all sorts of problems on this live stream. So I'm going to go off and try and calm myself down, I think. And hopefully we will have... hopefully we will have a more smooth live stream, perhaps, on Sunday. We will probably do a Friday night live stream as well this Friday, and have a little bit of a laugh on that one. Right, thank you so much to the moderators moderating. So thank you to Paul, thank you to Richard, thank you to Neil, thank you to Espy, thank you to Savvy, thank you so much to the moderators for moderating on the live stream. That's great, it's fantastic. Thank you so much to moderators. And yeah, I think it's time to check out. Let's just so I think the super chats we have had have all come from Jaris. So thank you so much to Jaris for super chatting on this live stream. Jaris also said, thanks for your amazing work, Gav. Darth is here, time to donate, and a few pounds for the new PC. Thank you so much to Jaris as well. Right, so that's pretty much it. I am going to end the live stream there, and then I'm going to go. And so Lena is saying, can you say hi? Thank you. Thank you so much, Lena, for checking in. It's been an amazing live stream. We're right at the end of it, but you can have a listen back, and that won't be a problem. Jared also saying, OMG, just super chatted again. Thank you so much, Jared, saying, OMG, I remember the last minute, your birthday stream. I was like, send it as quickly as possible, and the donate came, and you went offline. Yeah, you donated right at the very, very end, didn't you, Jaris? But thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for the donations on this stream, and also at the end of the birthday live stream. Right, I'm going to end the live stream there. I'm going to go and collapse in a dark room somewhere, because this has been an experience for me. I think it's fair to say. I hope, I think I handled okay, though. As I said before, it's not what defeats us, it's what makes us stronger, and I think I've handled all of the technical problems and so on okay, but it hasn't been like that smooth on my end. So I'm going to go and collapse in a dark room, I think. And I shall see you on Friday night for a bit of a laugh after 10, and then we'll see you again live at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Of course, we've got the 8th Winter 2021 update part 1 coming up on Sunday as well. So make sure you check that out. Loads coming up between now and then also. For this live stream, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Bye for now.